Hi students, in this session we will discuss about the concept called as a virtual memory. Recall that an important challenge in the design of computer system is to provide a large fast memory system at an affordable cost. So here whenever you are designing a computer system, you want to provide fast and large memory system. So the size of the memory. So every time it may not possible to increase the size of the memory system because of if I am increasing the size of a physical size of a system, so the cost of the system is going to be increased. So then we cannot call it as a affordable cost. So without increasing the physical size of the memory, so we want to increase the size of a system. For that purpose, this virtual memory concept has been introduced. An architectural solution to increase the effective speed and size of the memory. So here they have taken an architectural system or solutions to increase the speed and size of the memory. So whenever you consider the speed, cache memories were developed to increase the effective speed of the memory system. So the cache memory is were developed as an architectural setup to increase the effective speed of the memory system. Virtual memory is an architectural solution to increase the effective size of the memory system. So in terms of speed, cache memory will be used. In terms of size, the virtual memory will be used. These two also called as a virtual setups only. Without increasing the physically the component size, by the help of this architectural setup, we can increase the speed and size of the memory. Recall that the addressable memory space depends on number of address bits in a computer. If a computer issues 32-bit address, the addressable memory space is 4 gigabytes. So generally we will take as a 2 power 32. So then we can call it as a 4 gigabytes. Physical main memory in a computer is generally not as large as entire possible address space. The physical main memory will not be in a large amount of sizes because of it is having a less capacity and also the cost of this one is a high also. We cannot increase the size as much as possible. Physical memory typically ranges a few hundred of megabytes to gigabytes. Nowadays, maximum we are going for 6 GB, 8 GB, 12 GB. Maximum level we are going for that one. Larger programs that cannot fit completely into the main memory have their parts stored as a secondary storage device, such as magnetic space. So, whenever you are executing a big size of programs that may not directly fit into the main memory. So that's why at that time we want to go for an alternate one. Pieces of programs must be transferred to the main memory from the secondary storage device before they are executing. So whenever it is not possible to store all the data in the main memory, so we want to transfer some part of the program from secondary storage device to main memory. When a new piece of program is to be transferred to the main memory and the main memory is full, then some other piece in the main memory must be replaced. So this is similar to what we studied in the cache memory. Page replace, replacement memory replacement algorithms are used, and we will replace the data existing in the memory, and we will do that one. Operating system automatically transfers the data between the main memory and the secondary storage device. The operating system automatically transfers data between the main memory and secondary storage. Application programs need not to be concerned with this transfer. Application programmer will not bother about this one because of the secondary, the operating system or the system software is going to be perform that one. Also, application programmer does not need to aware of the limitations imposed available by the available of physical memory. So the application programmer does not need to be aware of the limitations imposed by the available physical memory locations. Techniques that automatically move program and data between main memory and second storage when they are required for execution are called as a virtual memory techniques. The techniques that whenever we want to move from secondary storage to main memory, we will use the virtual memory techniques. Programs and processor reference an instruction or data independent of the size of the main memory. Processor issues a binary address for instructions and data. Virtual addresses are translated into physical addresses by a combination of hardware and software subsystems. A virtual address refers to a part of the program that is currently in the main memory. It is accessed immediately. See, virtual address refers to a part of the program that is currently in the main memory. It is accessed immediately. If the address refers to a part of the program that is not currently in the main memory, then it is transferred to main memory before it is used. So virtual memory organization, how it will be? This is the processor. This is the cache. In between of the processor, we will have a in between of processor and main memory we have an intermediate memory, cache memory, and this is the secondary memory. Here we are placing this one, memory management unit, MMU. So this will have a virtual address and this will have a physical address. So in between of these things we will play. So this is the total virtual memory organization: processor, cache, main memory, secondary memory. So in between of these two we will use a DMA transfer, and here we have a physical address in between of these two. So in between of virtual and cache we have a virtual MMU. So that is virtual address. That virtual address wants to be converted into a physical address. Memory or memory management unit translate virtual address into a physical address. If the desired data or instruction are in the main memory, they are fetched as described previously. If the desired data or instructions are not in the main memory, they must be transferred from the secondary storage to the main memory. So whenever we want to fetch the data to the cache, to the main memory, first they will check in the main memory. If the data is not in the main memory, we want to fetch the data from the secondary memory. MMU causes the operating system to bring the data from secondary storage devices to main memory. Address translation. So one of the scheme, assume that the program and data are composed of fixed length of units called as a pages. Assume that program and data are composed of fixed length units called pages. A page consists of block of words that occupy continuous locations in the main memory. A page consists of a block of words that occupy contiguous locations in the main memory. Page is a basic unit of information that is transferred between secondary storage and main memory. A page is a basic unit of information that is transferred between secondary storage and main memory. Size of page commonly ranges from 2K to 16K bytes. The size of the page ranges from 2 kilobytes to 16. Page should not be too small because the access time of secondary storage device is much larger than the main memory, and page should not be too large, else large portion of the page may not include and it will occupy valuable space in the memory. Whenever you are dividing the page, the size may vary from 2K to 16. the page size should be as a moderate, not too big or not too small. The concept of virtual memory are similar to the concept of cache memory. Cache memory introduced to bridge the speed gap between the processor and the main memory. Implement in hardware. This virtual memory introduced to bridge the speed gap between the main memory and the secondary storage, implemented in part of by software. So this cache memory has been implemented in the part of hardware, and this one has been implemented by the part of the software. Each virtual or logical address generated by the processor is interpreted as a virtual page number. Each virtual or logical address generated by a processor is interpreted as a virtual page number, that is higher order bits virtual page number plus an offset. So that means here virtual page number will consist of higher order bits and offset will consist of lower order bits that can specify the location of a particular byte within that page. Information about the main page, information about the main memory location of each page is kept in the page table. The page table will organize the information about the pages. Main memory address where the page is stored. Current status of the page. Area of the main memory that can hold a page is called as a page frame. The area of the main memory that can hold a page is called as a page frame. Starting address of the page is kept in a page table base register PTB. Starting address of the page table is kept in a page table base register. Virtual page number generated by the processor is added to the contents of the page table base register. Whatever the virtual page number generated by the processor is added to the contents of the page table base. This provides the address of the corresponding entry in the page table. The contents of this location in the page table give the starting address of the page if the page is currently in the main memory. The contents of this location in page table give the starting address of the page if the page is currently in the main memory. Here see, this is the address translation. Whenever you go for this address translation, so here this is the page table address and this is the page table base register. So it will consist of virtual address and offset value. Here the data is going to be organized of that one. So this is the virtual page number and offset value. This is the lower order bit and this is the higher order bit. So the offset value, the total data is going to be organized in this one. So PTBR page table base register holds the address of the page table. This is going to be hold the address of the page table. Here virtual address is interpreted as the page number and offset. So whenever you consider a virtual address, so that will be interpreted as the page number and offset. So this is the entry has starting location. PTBR plus virtual page number provide the entry of page in the page table. The page table holds the information about each page. This includes the starting address of the page in the main memory. This is the control bits. Here this is the page frame memory. So physical address in the main memory. Here we want to convert this virtual memory into the physical memory. So the page table entry of for page also includes some control bits which describes the status of the page while it is in the main memory. The page table entry for a page also includes some control bits which describe the status of the page while it is in the main memory. One bit indicates the validity of the page. One bit indicates the validity of the page. Indicates whether the page is actually loaded into the main memory. Allows the operating system to invalidate the page without actually removing it. One bit indicates whether the page has been modified during its residence in the main memory. This bit determines whether the page should be written back to the disk when it is removed from the main memory. Similarly to the dirty bit or modified bit in case of cache memory. Other control bits of various other types of restriction that may be imposed. Okay, thank you.